For the Henry County Board of Commissioners call meeting, 2:00 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, September 22nd. Acceptance of the agenda. I would like for the board to consider amending the agenda to add executive session, reconvene, and approval of an affidavit pertaining to executive session. The purpose of executive session will be pending and potential litigation and a personnel matter. It should be, I understand from council, it would be brief because Commissioner Barham and I have a meeting with a citizen at 3 o'clock. So if somebody would move, we adopt the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Have a motion, District 3.
Second.
Second, District 1. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign, so moved. Purpose of this meeting is a resolution amending the fiscal year 2016-2017 budget to fund the acquisition of real property for the airport expansion using fund balance. I yield the floor to the county manager.
Thank you, Commissioners. I'm wondering where some pictures are, but I'm prepared to go ahead with a comment. Today, this is the request for the airport to receive $2,040,000 to be put in escrow with the Henry County court system, whereby we can start the proceedings to obtain the property from Atlanta Motor Speedway. This is a GDOT reimbursable. We got confirmation today that that reimbursable will take about 45 days once we receive the receipt from the court that the monies have been deposited. We're prepared today to wire that in. Mr. Jogstead is prepared to turn in the certificate to the judges indicating that the money's been paid and the court dates, or the court has received it. Therefore, as soon as I get that receipt, I can submit it. So I'm on the outside. I think in 45 days, we will receive two portions of it. First part is 90%. That's coming from the feds.
90%.
I'm sorry, that's right, 90%, and then 5% from the state. The Board of County Commissioners' contribution is about $187,000. Mr. Tony is en route. We have a disc to show you the work and to show you the pricing. We left at the airport at the same time. I got here sooner. But that's the thumbnail of what we're asking, and the work that we're talking about is the relocation of Mount Pleasant Road, the correction to the runway for the displacement threshold, which is currently about 500 feet short. So we'll be taking up one part of the old road, realigning the fencing, and as well, we will be constructing the road back at Mount Pleasant and obtaining the property to do so. We have the arrangements on one of the property owners, Mr. Clack. Come plug this in. We have one of those that are in hand, and it was agreed contract. So 50% of the owners plugged it.
Is this pertaining to the 2.4 million?
Yes, sir. All of this is part of the project I'm describing. Where
I thought this was just for condemnation.
Well, you got to start with the acquisition. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But it does have to do. Go ahead and pull my dollars and cents, and we'll be able to show you completely how the project was broke down with the board contemplated it the first time. There are three categories. This looks familiar. This is what you've already seen in the past. It was part of the scope of work that the board approved for the consultants. As you can see in the first column A, the land acquisition, Atlanta Motor Speedway acreage, total cost 2.4. The federal funding of that is 1.8. State's 100,000. County portion of funds for the other 5% is 102,000. The land acquisition for the next one, which we refer to as the Clack property, the displaced threshold project, and then bringing it all back down to the relocation and construction of the road. Our total commitment for those projects, getting those in place, I guessed it right, I remember, $187,530.22.
Do we have a resolution? I'm missing mine. No, I don't. I got it. My page was stuck. Anybody else have any questions?
And Chairman, you recall the first line, you did say it right. It's 90%, 5.5. So our commitment for the land acquisition is $102,000. The rest of that, I just provided the rest of it so you know what your total project cost would be going forward.
Anybody have any questions?
Mr. Bonham.
Yes, sir.
This is based on if we get the property for this amount, is that correct?
That's correct.
So if we pay more, do we still spend it, every time we spend a nickel, we get a 95% return on that?
No, sir. Right now, the provisions there, if this is the appraised value we're working off of, so we hired an appraiser to do a fair appraisal of the property, and this is what the values have been associated with the courts. If the courts determine that it is worth more than that, then there is a potential for the GDOT to offer up to 5% in additional money. And if we would match it with that 5, then it would be. But the first part is to answer your question, where's the other funding from? So the first portion, we can ask above this 5%. We'd be responsible for another 5%. And I just had a conversation with a lawyer. I expect him to be a good lawyer here.
Okay.
You got a question? Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
In the event we don't approve this, what happens?
The project phase 2 in the agreement that Henry County Board of County Commissioners entered into a number of years back, we would abandon this money. We forfeit all the other grant dollars that are on the table with us now that you see here, and the ones we're negotiating right now, and you have to pay back about $3.8 million of previous construction for the extension and the widening of the airport, and there was some other work that was in phase 1. So phase 2, you don't do phase 2, you have to reimburse phase 1.
I understand that. I just want to say that publicly. I understand it.
What was that total number in phase 1? Was that about 13 million?
Sir?
What was that total number in phase 1? Or we
What
got
we would
reimbursed?
have to return,
Yeah.
from my recollections, Commissioner Holmes, it's about $3.88 million we'd have to return back. And that was related to the lengthening and width of the airport to its 100 feet by 5,300 feet attitude right now, 55.3. And Board, I've got to tell you, as long as we've got the opportunity here, I got to really thank Mr. Tony and got to extend our hand out to our consultants and GDOT. We've had a remarkable month. I think y'all are going to be very pleased when we go to the groundbreaking that we're planning out for you. We're going to go ahead and unveil some work that it appears we're in line to get done. It should have been done a long time ago, and I think it will be a tremendous benefit to Henry County at a fair dollar price. Just the things y'all told me about, Commissioner Holmes, the first time I ever met you. So we've got a lot of things on the fire out there, and they're starting to fall in place. I'm really excited about what's going on at the airport, and looking forward to getting this project underway.
No.
How'd you do?
Anybody have any questions or comments? If not, we have a resolution to book, a resolution for the Henry County Board of Commissioners to amend the fiscal year 2016-2017 budget, the 16th Amendment. Does somebody move in that direction? So move. Have a motion, District 5.
Second.
Second district, I'm gonna pick one because it was simultaneous. My peripheral vision is better in the right eye than the left, so I'm gonna let District 3 take the opportunity to second it. Any further discussion? All in favor of the resolution, raise your right hand. All opposed, same sign, so moved. Thank you.
I'm going to have that recorded as a unanimous vote for GDOT purposes. Go ahead.
What we'd like to do now, does somebody move we adjourn into executive session in accordance with the provision of OCGA 50-14-3 and meet and talk about pending litigation and also personnel matters. Does somebody move in that direction?
So moved.
Have a motion, District 3. Second, District 1. Any further discussion? All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. All opposed, so moved.